I've been so on point all week, and then I totally forget to change that today. Score me. Alright. I've got my tea. I've got a puppy who just went OUT about 20 minutes ago, and by the by, we have at least 2 feet of snow that's landed on our yard. It's pretty crazy. I mean, I know I live in Minnesota, but damn, that's some crazy shit. I'm sure I look completely insane here. I'm shaking my tea up. This is what happens when you put your sweetener in before you actually make the tea. And you're like, well, it could have mixed itself up, but I don't know. So then you have to mix it up because you don't trust it. I don't know what it is. I feel like I'm sitting lower than I should be. Maybe I'm just not sitting up enough. Maybe. So I braided my hair today. This is how normally I sleep, but last night I slept without braiding my hair at all. So I did that today. Actually, I used to sleep with it just braided in the back, but this turns out much nicer if I decide to wear my hair down at any given point. Excuse me. Except for the fact that I kind of need to wash my hair. I've let it go just a little bit. And part of the reason that I let it go so long between washings is my hair was colored late September. So it's been about 3 months, and it's not nearly as green as it was. It's a lot more blue. That seems to be some sort of a property of my hair. My sister and I do not understand it. She's even added extra yellow to the hair dye that doesn't seem to really make it less green. And it's meant to try to keep the blue from popping out at the end, but the blue just... Poof. And it's there. I've got probably about 3 to 3.5 inches of regrowth. So my roots look like absolute crap, which is one of the other reasons why I tend to wear a ball cap or a beanie or something like that. If you guys want to be like, give me beanie suggestions, maybe I'll start a little a beanie collection, and during streams I'll wear different beanies, and you guys can be like, I want you to wear this beanie, and I'll put that beanie on. I don't know. We'll see. Obviously, I like the wolf motifs. What are you chewing on? I see you, my wolf. What are you doing? What, you got your head all down? You're just being serious. Your ears is all forward and your tail's down. Well, head's coming up. What's you doing? No, it's not time yet. It's not. It's not. I love you. Yeah, if you don't want to talk right now. You just gonna keep staring at your mama? I says, well, you stared at me first, Mom. What? I love you. Oh! Why don't you come here and lay down? You lay down? Okay. Alright, well, we're gonna go ahead and get into the game, because I'm sure I could sit here and chat randomly talking to my dog more or less all night. But I kind of want to play some video games, and that's what we're here for. We're here for the video games. Also, for anybody involved, I did reconfigure the price of a lot of the rewards to try to make them more affordable. Because I do have to admit that since you guys only make about 200-ish points an hour, the price that things were sitting at was a little on the steep side. I'm sorry about that. But things should be better now. So, like, if you want to be ready for a whole day's stream, you might want to save today's points and start it over on the next stream. Just as a suggestion. That's the way that I think. I'm currently saving points up on the one other streamer that I watch really regularly so that I can... I've already given him 100,000 points for VIP. And right now I'm saving up for text-to-speech. I don't know that I'll ever use it. I hardly ever talk during streams, let alone type. And this would be, you know, permanent text-to-speech. I wouldn't have to, like, pay bits to have my stuff read out loud. It would just read my shit out loud. Yeah. I wish if I knew how to set that up, I would add that as an option, but I don't know how to set that up yet. So, and he's been having trouble with his. Yeah. Where is my controller? There is my controller. We're gonna put that right there, and hopefully we do not have any more of that weird shit going on with the GoRam controller, because that annoying. Oh, you guys had fun today? What'd you guys do? What'd you do? What'd you do? I wanna know. I wanna know. Also, I still need to find an image for our end screen. A lot of times I end up using that one, where it's at the, you know, press whatever to do things. Make sure, yep. That goes good, okay. Wow. 1, sick days suck. 2, the power going out in the middle of winter, especially if you have electric heat, that blows. I do not envy that. Okay. Okay, so you guys brought me back over here. Does that mean that I didn't get the spirits that I found after we started wandering around some more? I think that used to be a spirit.
This truck was destroyed when Major Grainer's squad attacked.
Ooh, that was a nice jump. Is that the only one that I... hopefully you guys didn't lose too much heat then. I know it was only about 2 hours, but that would not be my, my personal cup of tea. I am not a cold person. I do not like the cold. I get irritable when I'm cold.
ID'd the civilians taking readings on the nearby riverbank. Should I warn the commander?
No, they're working for us. Nothing to worry about from them.
Oh, for effing joy. Okay, that is not... No me gusta. This is not going to work out. There's a camera there, so I can't get over there and do the thing I want to do there. How in all nine hells am I expected to do this without triggering anything? We got one door taken care of. I don't think I can get two people at once. Especially with... and not being seen.
We got a hot shit. We've been.
Damn it. Like I said. One of the things that Metal Gear Solid got right was they gave you what they called the Soliton radar system, and that allowed you to see the view field of the troops and whatnot that you were trying to sneak around. And here we don't have that. We have none of that. There's nothing to tell us whether or not we're in view or not. There's the closest we've got is you can see when the camera can see you. It's plain redonkulous. So every time I go out thinking, oh well, I'll go out and I'll try to take care of the doors and, you know, make sure that nobody can see me, it doesn't end up working out that way. There's a desk here and a door. And apparently now I can stand up, but now I can't. Now I'm on the desk. I suppose this counts as a door? No? Goes nowhere, does nothing. Now all of a sudden I'm standing like it's nobody's, you know, no problem here.
How's our silver bullet stock looking? Have you finished the inventory?
We lost a lot of them in the training center attack, but we have enough to hold us over until the next shipment arrives.
Oh, okay. I thought he disappeared for a second. I was going to be very concerned. Also, note, I am glad that your power came back on. The last thing I want for anybody is to turn into an icicle. No meat popsicles, thank you very much. And you are just going to stand there like a dumb F. Clearly this was...
Anybody there?
No, there's nobody here. You're dead. Door on, door on. That is a not door. I just want to make sure that one's still okay. So it wasn't this door that we just unlocked. It must have been in the next area, which would only make sense. Went through there. That appears to go to where we want to be.
What happened with that surviving recruit?
Ex-surviving recruit. I shot him. Commander's orders. Damn fool wanted to terminate his contract.
After all he'd seen, he should have known this isn't the kind of job you just quit. What a moron.
So what do you think of the new price points? Easier? Interesting. That's right, you two just sit there and smoke.
Huh? Put it down!
Fine, be that way.
Smoke that thing! We've been breached!
Oh, and now we have air support. Okay. Oh, not really what I was actually hoping for, but oh, okay. There's nothing else? No? Where's this door go? We have a whole bunch of spirit points that I haven't used yet. Okay. Can't open that door. Even while being stealthy, he's faster as a wolf than as a human. Which really should not be as surprising as I make it seem like it is. Save. I love how they went to all the effort of saying, don't disconnect the game when you see the symbol. The game is saving. And then they almost never use the symbol. And it's packed.
What does the commander intend to do about these activists?
You'll know as soon as I do. For now, sit tight. Dismissed.
I suppose meat for brains is going to move first, of course. Fudge nuggets. Ow. No, no backup. You're supposed to die!
Send everyone! We need a backup squad!
As far as this game is concerned, I really ought to just completely stop trying to be, you know, tactical espionage girl. I had to look. Okay, see, there's the symbol. I just was pointing in the wrong direction. I suppose to you guys it was down here.
Ava, I'm at the entrance to the site.
Good. The dam is down below. I'll give you the targets once you're in.
Try to be careful.
Don't worry, this isn't my first rodeo.
No shit, Sherlock. I think that joke was actually funnier during Vampire. 'Cause he was English. Not entirely sure what good having the spirit is. The little blue orb that follows me in penumbra vision. It doesn't seem like it does anything for us. It doesn't show us anything. It doesn't make things clear. We haven't used any of that yet. Or that. There's nothing up here to do anything with. No. This whole game is nothing but a trap to make you think you can be sneaky and then steal the sneakiness from you.
What was that sound? Intruder sighted!
What?
Be ready for anything. Dispatch, we got... Guns up! Sound the
Should have
alarm!
picked another job.
Ah!
Reinforcement needed!
Well, either you were too slow to ask for that, or there were no more of you left. I feel like they tried really hard to set this up so that you could sneak around.
We're launching the attack.
Okay, let's go.
But they did a real piss poor job of it. Like, the planning was there, but the execution was shoddy.
The main elevator is the only way to reach your targets. You should see a big warehouse door. It's just behind that.
Got it.
When will the new recruits from Nevada arrive?
Next week. Should be around 20. Their survival rate is improving.
Service call. A security officer must report in the warehouse.
What? What's this do? Oh. You know, well, I mean, I suppose you could remember it. It only came out at the beginning of last year. It was February 2021. Or was it 2021 or 2022? Because that would change things a little bit. It would make it 2 years old instead of only 1. I'd have to double check. Come over here so I can kill you.
Attention.
What the hell?
Yep, come over here so I can kill. No, don't do that. I hate you. Ow! Son of a beesnitch. Ah, I hate you. Oh, this is gonna freaking suck. I'ma die. That's right, blow up the car. I didn't even have to kill him. He killed himself.
Personnel must have their accreditation at all time.
Gotcha. Grr. That door doesn't open. I think I've already been in here. Elevator. I'm a little perturbed by the frickin' Bolshevik. I am not reading this. I suck at reading. I tried all day yesterday and I think the day before to read all this stuff out loud, and I can't. It takes so long, and I have, like, if I say one thing wrong, I have the compulsion to reread the whole thing. I don't like it. No, that's it. That was the only thing in here. Is there a spirit in here? No. That's funny, I just mentioned Vampire a little while ago because I made the no shit Sherlock comment. This Cahal said something completely inane, and yeah.
Got a ping on Victoria Oak's badge. Can you see those windows upstairs at the end of the room? That's where she is.
Perhaps I'll pay her a visit.
Perhaps my ass. Oh, and you know what? At least in Metal Gear Solid, things were covered, and there were patrols, but you could see where the guards were looking and whether or not you were, in their line of sight. 2, there weren't so many that there was almost no hole, making the sneaking part of this game utter hogwash. I was never really a mage player. I played in 2 different World of Darkness campaigns. One was a werewolf only campaign, and the other was a combination of if it's part of the World of Darkness, you can play it, in which I was a pure blood werewolf, i.e. I was the child of 2 werewolves from rival clans. Not to say that they were both on the side of Gaia, they just didn't really get along and they had territorial disputes. And so I was born to these 2 werewolves. Killed my mom because I was born Krenos, because at the very least, an old werewolf, that's the way things were. And I was albino, and I had horns. So all the Gaia spawn, or all the people associated with Gaia thought, unless they were part of my clan, my Cairn, thought that I was tainted by the worm. And if Black Spiral Dancers saw me, they'd be like, fine, whatever, until I tried to rip their throats out. But that campaign didn't last very long. There are too many of you Fruit Loops. Nope. You see nothing. Hold it. You see nothing. Oh, you're really going to come all the way over here? Hey! Would you freaking just...
That! Someone must have set those off.
Set what off? What with who for how many cookies? If it makes you feel any better, in Dungeons and Dragons, I tend to play either Druid or Ranger. Though I do tend to play Elvish. Or Elves. I have never participated in LARP. I wouldn't even begin to... Like, the closest I've been to LARP is the episode of Supernatural where the boys find Charlie playing D&D. Or whatever their castles and dungeons or whatever the fuck it was they decided to call it, because D&D is copyrighted and you couldn't call it that. I am not happy. Also, my game master did not seem to think that my character was a cliche. Just saying. Or storyteller, whichever you prefer. At least I didn't revert to accidentally calling them a DM. I played a couple of times in Vampire also. Which is actually how I knew about Game Girl before I actually played the video game, and it's part of why that's kind of just my chosen clan, and why I was so upset when it wasn't going to be part of the new Vampire the Masquerade. Ah! They make it seem like, oh, you should totally sneak around. I'm going to assume that those are similar to the idea of Dungeon Master, Storyteller, Game Master. Also, what is COC? I'm not sure. Like that's not a familiar acronym for a RPG. Call of Cthulhu. Never played Call of Cthulhu. And I have to admit to being a bad nerd, I have never read the origin story or whatever. I've never seen a Cthulhu movie. I only know about him through, like, other friends who are like, Cthulhu this or Cthulhu that, and, like, I really liked the Cthulhu Fadigan, parody of Hakuna Matata. That was really good. I give up. This is fucking useless. You guys are fucking assholes.
Special delivery.
Keep your fire to yourself, dude. Open Jehoshaphat. You're facing the wrong way, dude.
Grenade!
No grenade. Ow. Oh, there's more of you jerks. Fucking fed up with this Bolshevik! Wait.
What do you want with this spokeswoman anyway?
We're trying to find out more about Andrew's biofuel. Apparently, it's manufactured in Nevada.
And guess who just came back from there?
I want the report on my desk first thing tomorrow morning.
Will do, Mrs. Folks.
I didn't mean it in the, well, I can't play because I don't know any of the deep lore. That was more of a admission to the fact that I don't know any of the deep lore, and that makes me a bad nerd. Pick that up. I don't think I've read any of Lovecraft's works ever. Well, that makes me feel less bad about not having read any of Lovecraft ever. Can't go. This door is locked. I'm going to take 2 seconds here, and we're going to try to spend some of these points. And let's take that, because I've been getting a lot of silver hurt. I don't care about using it in midair. I would love something that lets me carry extra bolts. Because I can only carry... Who the hell can only carry 3 bolts? Apparently, Cahal can only carry 3 bolts. Doesn't make any effing sense. I also must admit that I don't know anything. Like, they talked about the stances, and I haven't used any of the stances. I don't understand it. I don't know how to change them. Your ulna, not your pancreas, huh? I mean, that would be nice, but I can't get there yet. This is how I end up with so many extra points. I'm like, I don't know what I want. Well, that and my need to sniff out all the spirits. How am I going to look at this? I can't read this. I think we already actually read this one.
So Tarker's mill isn't their only target.
That was not what I meant to do. I keep hitting B to get out of that, and it doesn't work. Why is Sparkle? Okay, so I can just walk around up here. Just don't do anything stupid like press the B button.
Victoria Vokes?
That's right. If you want something, be quick about it. I'm busy. Who are you anyway?
Don't do drugs.
I'm with Endron's intelligence division. We believe that you're the target of a local activist group.
Me? But why?
That's what we're trying to figure out. Perhaps you could answer a few questions for us. We know that you're working on the biofuel project. Can you think of any reason why someone would target you for that?
That's a delicate question. Only a few scientists and senior staff know the details. And of course, President Watkins.
Like asking a gangrel to dress like anything other than a biker. Or somebody lost in the woods for overly long periods of time. Ew! You just turned a werewolf into frickin' Elle from Legally Blonde. Ew. Next you want them to be carrying a tote bag with a little chihuahua in it.
Your apprehension is understandable, Mrs. Vokes, but the threat is real. Your life is in danger.
What threat does a handful of self-righteous, forest-dwelling hippies pose? What? Are they gonna slogan me to death?
Think again, ma'am. They're far more dangerous than they look. We found their last hostage with his hands cut off and his eyes gouged out.
Oh my god. Oh, that's horrible. You don't think... Could they be after me because of the human testing?
What do you mean?
You know, those prisoners, they'll do anything for a commuted sentence and a few years on our payroll. Anyone who agrees has to undergo a series of... No, I can't share that information with anyone.
I understand. Just tell me what you can without violating the non-disclosure agreement.
Okay. All I can tell you is that when we first tested our biofuel in the wild, we discovered something very peculiar. Some animals exposed to the exhaust fumes changed. They became more resistant, more aggressive. Once we discovered that, we came up with a plan to test the effects on humans.
You've tested on humans? I see.
What does it have to do with me? Why am I being targeted by terrorists?
Calm down, Mrs. Vokes. The Intelligence Division will take care of this situation. You have my word.
You promise? Just in case, could you get me some protection or bodyguards or something?
Please,
How about
Mrs.
we rip
Vokes,
your head from
focus.
your body?
We believe you have data on the biofuel project somewhere on site. Is that correct?
Yes, that's right. My office is at the dam. I should have one of those files open on my computer right now, in fact.
Give me your badge, Mrs. Vokes. We'll need to completely wipe your hard drive. Can't take any risks with that sort of thing. You understand.
Yes, I suppose I do. Here. Oh, God. This is a nightmare. I'll stand by for your instructions or anyone you send.
I'll send some men to protect you as soon as I can. In the meantime, do not speak about this to anyone. Thank you for your cooperation, Mrs. Vokes.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Ava, did you get all that?
You bet I did. Nice work. All that's left is to find her computer.
As a technician who, well, okay, my Security Plus certificate has expired, but as a previously Security Plus certified technician, I don't care if the president of the goddamn planet comes into my room and demands access to my computer. I especially don't give a goddamn if he asks for my badge. Unless you are taking my job away, those are my property, my responsibility. If you need access to my office to do whatever you need to do, I go with you. No, I hate the Mid-Atlantic. Nope, nope. I can't stand that. Or the fucking news broadcaster phony ass accent. That shit pisses me off too, which is one of the reasons why I don't watch like the nightly news. That's right out. We don't do that. Was I in here? Oh, I was. Excuse me. Mid-Atlantic Ivy League school. No. Bad accent is bad. What the? What just happened? Here's another question. What? Retrieve her data on her terminal. I thought that things got screwed up somehow. I do not like the layout, by the way. I think I've mentioned this previously. I don't like the layout of the buttons. It's a nasty accent.
How are you doing, Rodko?
They've taken the bait. Don't waste time.
Also, I don't know why I said accent instead of accent. Both are correct enunciations. It's just that's weird. Why am I gonna try to do this again?
Attention. Stand clear from the evacuating areas.
Huh? The hell?
This isn't going to do anything. The big difference here is going to be at least now I can heal from silver damage.
There won't be enough.
enough of you left, Free.
So says you.
Straight through your flesh. Straight through your...
Damn it! Please don't. I'm starting it all. Okay, so we got... I'm assuming we talked to her. Yes, because now that's over there. Oh, we can go this way. This away, this away. I don't know why I did that.
How are you doing, Rodko?
They've taken the bait. Don't waste time.
You don't waste time. Stop freaking...
I'm inside.
Okay. I'll mark the terminals where you need to plug me in.
And once you're finished, I'll guide you to the extraction point.
I didn't even see that. What if I don't want to hack the terminals? Oh, that was a little late. Did you get all 6 for the 7 o'clock hour? Oh, things were actually moving and I didn't see. I don't feel like hopping out of the game to... That should be 6, gotcha. I missed it. Did you mention whether or not you like the new price points? Is it better? Is it worse? Is it the same?
I've got the data. We're good.
Great. That data's just what we need.
Well done.
That's... Hee-haw! That is making... What? You know what? I feel like this game did not go through enough quality assurance. What I was trying to do.
So I just received the medical files on the troops coming in from Nevada, and...
And? Is something wrong?
I don't know. They're ex-cons, so their blood tests came back positive for some of the psychoactive. Strange. I'll have to look into it.
I've disconnected the first terminal.
Perfect. Adana, how are you doing with the deceptors?
They'll be ready in a few minutes.
The heat in this room would have to absolutely suck. while I am still in here... How did I get out of that? That's weird. I somehow got kicked out of my, my switcher. Why are you stuck? I just cooked you yesterday. That didn't go quite as planned. One of the things I absolutely love about my Instant Pot is hard-cooked eggs. And I don't actually like hard-cooked eggs, because then the yolks come out all chalky, and I don't like it. So what I do is I use my electric kettle, boil some water. While it's starting to boil, I go and get my eggs ready, put them into the pot part of the Instant Pot. And then I, once the water's boiling, I pour that into the basin, making sure not to pour any of it on the eggs. And then once that's done, I close it up and I set it for 1 minute. It reaches pressure pretty quick, because the water's already boiling and producing steam instead of waiting for it, which means that they actually spend less time cooking. So like even the second day, I have beautiful and perfect yolks. Not yet. She's greedy. I actually kind of want to eat those yolks. I almost don't want to give them to her. Oh, and now she's like, forget the eggs. What'd you just pull out of that? All right, let's do these first. Can I have a kiss quick? Come. Thank you. I was right on my eyeball. But I wanted to eat it. You had to make sure there were no more eggs on the table. Come here. Come here. Hey, dum-dum head. Come here. Fine, be that way, dum-dum head. Well, yeah, because they're too ready and willing to accept the fact that, oh, well, the electric kettle, all it does is boil water, so why would I want that? I'm going to instead get a Keurig. I had a Keurig. You know what I used it to do? Frickin' heat water. I don't like K-cups. So I eventually just was like, fine, I'll just get an electric kettle. Because at least that boils the water, and if I want to use it to make soup, I can still do that. I just don't have to put it into the kettle. Pour the water into whatever I'm making the soup in. And my Instant Pot, God, I make just about all of my... stir fry. I would rather make stir fry on the stove in a wok. But I don't have that option. Well, I do have that option. I just really hate being in my housemate's space. Not that I hate, I don't like to be a bother. So I try to do everything in my space. No. You know, in the space that I live in, so that way it's not an issue. And I don't know, so I also have down here, I have a toaster oven that is also a convection oven, which makes it a giant air fryer. And, you know, if I want pizza, I make it in there unless I happen to order delivery. Quick, nifty trick that I learned from ordering delivery. If you have a convection oven, don't turn it on to pizza. You know, turn it on to like 200 degrees. Stick the whole effing, not just the pizza, stick the pizza and the box in the oven. You have to be very careful. Now, 200 degrees isn't enough to light fire to cardboard, because paper burns at about 457. Somewhere in there. Don't quote me, it's been a while. What is it, 451 Fahrenheit? Something like that. Anyways. And, you know, just leave it in there for a little bit. It will warm your pizza right the F up, and it doesn't make it chewy. You don't have to use any of the silly microwave hacks, like, well, put a cup of hot, or put a coffee cup with water in there, and then, except that always makes it worse. Right? I used to have like a dual use for, I used to have a Mr. Coffee until I ruined it. I had a dual use for my Mr. Coffee. So I would make a pot of tea. And when I'd poured out the last of that pot of tea, I would then take one of my candles that I had in my room, like, actually, this one actually used to serve this purpose. You'll note this candle does not have any wicks. It used to have 3. I would take this candle and I would set it on the warmer of the Mr. Coffee, and it would melt just like a wax melt. And it filled the room with a absolutely gorgeous fragrance. I wish I could describe to you. I love this candle. I have a candle warmer right here. I would put it on there, but it's so big, I actually kind of worry that I would dump it over. See, that would work too. I don't have any cast iron. I do have some kind of nice cookware. I was going to buy myself, well, actually I did 2 Christmases ago. I bought myself an induction plate that somebody broke the ceramic top of. Not naming any names, but she does have 4 legs. So all of the everything that I've used has always had, like, one, it's always been, like, stuff that would already be hot from having had a candle in it anyways. But, like, right now, my candle warmer has a pumpkin sitting on it. Got this sitting on it. You can see the wax is all melted. That was a little warm. Just gonna say that. I also, when it's the candles, I make sure that it's on the lower of the 2 settings. I don't let things get too overly hot. That's one of the things you got to kind of look out for. Even though the glass is supposed to be good enough to handle the flames and the heat produced from having a lit candle in it. You still want to make sure that whatever you're using doesn't make the wax boil, because that would be bad. So that means that now it's too hot and you're liable to have an explosion and the hot wax all over the place. Which is not, by the way, how I ended up accidentally waxing one of my controllers. That was something else entirely. Yes, boiled candle. Sounds awesome, my butt. Two points. I have 2 points. I don't know what to do with the 2 points.
Rodko, how are you holding up?
All right for now, but we'll be falling back soon.
There's one down that way, one over there. What's up here? Nothing. That's a door. That's an elevator. Oh look, we found another place for me to ruin things and end up fighting. This is the longest. What was that noise I've seen in a long while?
Face me like a man. That thing should...
Yeah. No, no, no. Get out of the way before it explodes. Douche waffle. Door. Only door. Okay. And of course it leads to more people. For the attention of all. Maybe I should start doing announcements like that at work. For the attention of all, stop doing this in your AWS.
Dispatch, we got trouble.
You got nothing.
Keep your eyes open.
Oh man, did he respawn? No. Okay. Are they in alert phase now? They're in alert. Dude, you're breaking shit! It's one thing when I do it, it's a whole nother thing when you do it. Wow, apparently. It's only 27 after. I don't know if they ever calm down from this or not. Wow, even the scientists can climb the walls. Like that guy. I know he wasn't a scientist, but he climbed the wall. Everybody and their brother came over. That guy in the mech just keeps breaking everything. Okay, you know what? Explosives released? Excuse me? What? I did not mean to kill that guy. Ow. Another XO? Are you kidding me? Damn it, I have no... no rage left. I think that's only the second time I've ever used Frenzy.
Second terminal's disconnected.
Great.
Also, did I mention I just killed a shitload of people?
Everything's still up and running. Endrin won't notice a thing.
Endrin won't notice a thing, huh? Like this plant randomly growing out of their wall. Door over there, there's an elevator over here. That's something I keep forgetting about, that you can use the crossbow to try to take people down, but... Okay, we got 2 doors, oh, 3 doors at least, that the wolf can go through. Nope, there's nothing over here. No? That was luck. Oh, now all of a sudden I can't jump back up there.
Whoa! Help! Looks like we're finally getting some action.
That is correct. That is the correct response for a standard human. You're not kind, kin, whatever. You're not a werewolf. This isn't real. That's right, it is. Look at all that blood. No fire in the hole. Good thing you guys don't get friendly fire. Oh, we'll hold off a little while on that because we just did her first 6 earlier. Well, that was a whole lot of excitement for nothing. Also, how come I could jump up here, out here, but I couldn't when we went in there? No computers that we could interact with, so... Everybody's gotta have their own goddamn control scheme! I hate you all! His dumbass covers for this guy. Just gonna turn around before I have the opportunity to. Take a look at what?
Sound the alarm!
Shit. What is the point of sabotaging doors if it's still freaking open?
Got some presents for you.
What do you want me to do? Fetch? It's a good thing Farnham isn't here, because I know exactly what his response would have been to me saying, "What do you want me to do? Fetch?" Yeah, no, I wasn't trying to suggest that you were suggesting that we go sooner. Okay, you know what, we're just going to go ahead and...
Bullseye.
Hold what together? Your intestines? Like, where's the last guy? Oh, it's okay. You are just fine. I can totally and completely understand how it would seem like I was suggesting that. So, no, you are fine.
Rod, go. How are you holding up?
All right for now, but we'll be falling back soon.
What are you doing?
Smoke that shit!
Shit.
Going loud!
Damn it. Why do I want to sing Burn, Butcher, Burn? Hey, we survived! I don't think it has anything to do with, like, as far as asthma is concerned, especially in the weather conditions that we have right now. It's not that it was a difficult walk, it's that the air is cold and
That's
dry.
the last terminal sorted.
The deceptors are ready, Ava.
I'm on it.
Okay, I'm in the dam's control system now. Good to go. Gahal, it's time to withdraw. I'll tell Rodko.
I've identified a vehicle exit. I'll open it for you.
Not this one, is it? No. Did you have your inhaler with you? Or was it only, like, mild? What is with the weird random frickin' flashes? For the attention of all, we already read that. Hear ye, hear ye. I swear to God, these elevators are too fucking fast. That's not a door? Oh. That's a door. Is there anything else of interest in this room? Wow, of course there is. Is it just me or does it look like he's sniffing something to get high? Not that I have anything against, you know, anything like that. I just think it's kind of funny. I have chronic bronchitis. So I kind of, sort of...
Biofuel from Nevada.
No, you can forget it. Only Victoria Vokes knows anything about it. And if you ask her, she'll tell you the same thing she told me.
It's classified and well above your pay grade, right?
That's right. Still, I can't blame you for being curious.
Be flirting again. God, everybody is out to get me.
Stand and fight. We have a security breach.
Don't mind me. Die again. They could at least make the checkpoints closer together. Oh, but there's no combat between here and there, so there's no... No, that's not the point. Point is that now I have to remember where I picked everything the F up. That was not the button I was trying to push.
I've requested the reports on Endron's new biofuel from Nevada.
No, you can forget it. Only Victoria Vokes knows anything about it. And if you ask her, she'll tell you the same thing she tells everyone else.
That's classified and well above your pay grade, right?
That's right. Still, can't blame you for being curious.
Did you get lost?
Ah, man! On the plus side, at least you took a bunch of damage before I had to face you, so that makes that a little bit easier. You guys, regardless of the silver ammo, are not that bad. Yeah, I'm sure you'll get plenty of additional units, because I didn't get around to sabotaging a shitting thing. Okay. Have a frenzy wolf. The shit Faye does when she gets sick and tired of shit. What, you were supposed to be stealthy? Fuck! Can't go in that door.
Hey, Dad.
Yeah?
I'm glad you're back.
Me too, Eddie. Me too.
Oh, look at that. We didn't even earn a shitting thing from our daughter, and she's already forgiven us.
The security officer must report at the warehouse.
Fantastic. Better sooner than later, though better late than never. I do not want you to experience even a tenth of what I went through. That shit was awful. Where does this go?
Attention. This is a restricted area.
It's a Bruce Almighty moon. Did you people just swarm?
Spread out! Search the area! Let's find the son of a bitch!
I want that spirit. He's breaking shit again. I think he needs to go back to operator school. I actually have a small problem with the Walgreens near me. Oh, are you fucking kidding me? Ow. I'm going to die right here. Well, so I went to transfer my meds to CVS. That didn't work. And now they don't have any record of my meds at all. I don't know. I had three-month supplies of all of my meds. First, they were really bad at delivering my cholesterol med and or refilling it. I constantly had trouble with that one. Then, my prescription plan was like, well, if you go through CVS, then we'll give you 3-month supply every time. You won't have to, like, break up your 3-month refill into little pieces. Oh, really? Great. And, so I went ahead and I transferred them, and it didn't go through, and I keep meaning to call CVS, but I am a creature of habit, and phone calls are not outgoing phone calls to anyone are not my habit. I don't call people. I don't talk to people on the phone. You want to talk to me, text message me, you email me, you message me on Facebook, message me on my Discord, you frickin' tweet at me, or you show up on stream and I talk to you. Also, I hate video calls. Does that make sense? I'm basically in a one-sided, semi one-sided, long video call right now. And it doesn't bother me that much. But video calls bother me. I hate that I have to do this to be able to get this, too. Like, at work, I'll take a phone call. And I will help a person. I will make sure they don't have a problem anymore. Matter of fact, I absolutely hated it when I was required to be done in 15 minutes. And that's like, I just started troubleshooting. And you want me to what?
Service call. A security officer must report in the warehouse.
No, it's up here. Seems normal to you, huh? Oh, and I did. I used to get in tons of trouble. I'd get messages from our bosses. You've been on the call for 30 minutes. That's double our time. You need to get off of the call. I'm in, like, literally in the middle of the KB. Like, some of our knowledge base articles are so long that in unless you're the Flash and you have the ability to speed up computers and or time, there is no way you are finishing a troubleshooting in 15 minutes. Now, that's gone. I think we're up to 30 minutes or an hour. Actually, I think we're down to the point where people are required to take T1s are required to take a minimum of 280 calls a month, which works out to like 12 calls a day. Which is not bad. Oh, I will sit there and like, as taking out of the fact that being a technician is at least in part customer service. Working as guest services or customer service straight, like, that's all you do is handle the customer. The legitimate outside customer they're calling to complain or whatever. I fucking rock at that shit. I learned a long time ago to let their insults and everything flow like water off of my back. And it's also where I figured out that if a customer is cussing at you or being rude to you, you give them 3 chances very politely, and if they break that 3rd chance, you tell them, I apologize, sir. I'm going to hang up. You have been rude, and I don't need to put up with that. Goodbye. It does not even faze me enough to make me sad anymore. When I first started working in retail, a rude customer would literally ruin my day. Like, I would be sobbing, crying, sad the rest of my day. Oh wait, did I get that? I think I did. You're not glowy anymore, right? Yeah, you're not glowy. Ah, shit. Okay, before we go back into this, because I'm going to have to do all of that all over again. Oh, that perked her up, like, right up. Yeah, I need to go and see my, my colon rectal doctor and, try to make an appointment with a therapist, which the latter is going to be really difficult. Mostly because I need to get an exception so that I can maintain my remote work status, because apparently, and they haven't made the announcement yet, but apparently they're going to be pulling everybody back in again. Which I seriously, I don't really understand. Because, like, if your job is a job you can do remotely, why do you have to actually go into the office? Oh, work culture. No, you want to be able to walk up behind me and surprise me and see if I'm on my phone playing a video game. You want to be able to walk up behind me and ruin my concentration, which will then make it so that the project that I was working on that might have taken me an hour, but you interrupted in the middle of it and spent 10 minutes talking to me, and then it took me another 5 minutes to get back into the project, is now going to take me an hour and a half, or an hour and 15 minutes to an hour and a half. You actually make my productivity worse, because me spending a second or two looking at my phone is less of a nuisance to my productivity than you walking up to my cube and being like, "So, Kat, how's your day? Are you getting all your stuff done? Do you have any worries? Can you maybe help so-and-so out?" No, don't. If I go to the office, you need to pay me another $10 an hour, because that's the only way I'm going to afford being able to work at the office. 2, you need to leave me the F alone. Don't come to my cube. Don't fucking introduce yourself. I don't fucking care. I'm sorry. You know how they can do that? Stop renting offices. Let's do away with the big downtown offices. Do you know how much money corporations would save? Marketing doesn't really need to go into the office. Accounting doesn't need to go into the office. Tech support doesn't really need to go into the office. We proved that during the pandemic. We proved that we can work remote. We proved that we could be productive. They want us down there so that they can be the nice boss who has games or has pizza parties or they do potlucks. And I don't care about any of that shit. I want to go sit in my chair, do my work, and be done. I also don't want to be out of the house for what would equate to be almost 11 and a half hours. Even more if I have to take the bus. Because it's a 2.5 hour trip each way on the bus, and that's assuming that all the buses are running on time. Well, take an earlier bus. No, that means that then I will be at work most of the time an hour early, and I will not have enough time for sleep. I love the sarcasm in that comment. There's so many other things that we could do with those buildings. Hell, we could pull them down, get rid of all of that flash lighting, and improve the general quality of the city. You could make downtown areas, you know, shopping... do like the Old Town Green. Like, you could have a bunch of, like, small... little village shopping centers or something. Fuck meetings. What do you think Zoom is for? Zoom works fine for meetings. I'm sorry, this is something that is really... Yes, apartments, offices, small offices for, like, doctors, maybe lawyers, people who actually have to go into a job. I can almost 100% understand why a lawyer would want to have an office. Now, they might be able to do the majority of their, like, not with a client work from home. But, like, if they need to meet a client... they probably want an office. I don't want to meet a client. I want to sit on my computer that runs so much better than my Amazon workspace. I really wish I could VPN into work from my computer, because my computer would outperform any Dell laptop that they would send me. Also, I have gigabit internet, so... my internet outperforms the internet at work. I've had a hiccup that disconnected me, but I was back in nearly instantaneously. Like, as soon as I was on my desktop, I was like, okay, fine. I reconfigured my IP configs, and I remoted right back into work. I don't have clients, unless you count my coworkers, and I want them to stay as far away from me as possible, for the most part. Which is not, it's not, I am not, like, I usually call myself, antisocial. And I don't mean that in the, like, I have antisocial personality disorder, or I legitimately hate other people. I just don't really want to be bothered or taken out of the things that are important to me. I think Aaron gets where I'm going with it. I have nothing, like, the majority of my coworkers that I've spoken with on Teams are nice people. I like them as people. Individually, some of them maybe I would like to hang out with. Aaron, I would kind of like to hang out with. The problem is, he doesn't drive, I don't drive, and he lives a decent distance from where I live. So we would have to meet somewhere in the middle, or something like that. That makes it a little more difficult. Yes, I want to do my job and not have people bugging me at my desk. Yeah, see? Yeah, asocial as in you don't have that need to be around other people all the way or all the time. It drains my batteries. Like, even the stream, I love you guys. I really do. But I am grateful that Lunix convinced me to do a 4-day streaming week and has convinced me that there really is no real need to make up a missed stream. Because otherwise, it's like the social the like drain on my battery is insane. Wait, I live way closer than what? Yep. I would rather take care of my mental health than anything, which is another reason why I should probably see a psychiatrist. I don't want to go in and like have the full on what do you call it? Like
a security officer must report in the warehouse.
Okay, I don't particularly really want to be psychoanalyzed or I guess that's not that bad. You just we gotta plan it on like a long weekend or something.
Smoke that thing!
You smoke.
Dispatch, we've got trouble. Frag out!
God damn it. You're not gonna wear anybody as a fucking coat. Damn it. I mean, I get it. I live in a first-tier suburb. It's not that bad unless I decided I wanted to try and bus anywhere. Busing fucking sucks. I mean, it's great for the environment, especially in Minnesota. Most of the buses are, low carbon emitting, either not really biodiesel, because biodiesel in Minnesota is a bad idea, but they're hybrid electric, so that's you know a thing. This is really starting to bug me, guys. Like, seriously, I do not, for the life of me, understand Why? It makes more sense for the checkpoint to be right before the combat. Or put one before the combat and one after the combat. 'Cause this is fucking ridiculous. You could not do it. This is really pissing me off.
A security intruder!
Looks like we're finally getting
God
some action.
damn it. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm going to end up dead again here, guys, and we're going to call it a night because this is getting to be too much for me. I think a lot of us tend to do shit like that. When I bought my PS4, it was during Days of Play, so I've got the blue and gold Days of Play PS4. I bought it mainly for Detroit Becomes Human and Final Fantasy VII. Those were the games that I wanted to be able to play. Now I knew it would be a little bit before 7 came out, but yeah. Well, I mean, five, 6, had to restart stream. Wait, Binding of Isaac was $60? How? I still think it was freaking stupid as F that Final Fantasy VII Remake was $60 when it was released for PC. And it was already at that point over a year old. I just kind of grabbed a handful here. You know, it's funny. Do you know how many times I own The Witcher 3? I have it for GOG, for Steam, and for the PlayStation 4. I did not pay retail price anytime. You're right. Damn. Fuck. Well, Coda's gonna be happy about that. Because you know what's gonna happen, right? Ah! I hate it. Thank you. When my fingers swell when I'm wearing a ring. But see, now we have to do different ones because we don't want to be boring. Thank you for catching that, though. Honestly, I don't think Coda can actually taste anything she eats. What is this? What? No. Thank you. Apparently this is lip smacking good. She has eaten pretty much anything I've ever put in front of her. I've always wanted to try getting some freeze-dried minnows and see what she does if I try to give her a freeze-dried minnow. Those things are so expensive per ounce, it's not even funny. I would really like to play any of the Witchers if they're remade. The combat system in Witcher 1 was atrocious, and it took me 3 separate starts for me to get it. Like, I'd start it, I wouldn't be able to do it, and I'd put it away, and I could come back months later and try again. Witcher 1 didn't have cards. It didn't do Gwent, it did dice. The first 2 did dice. And I'll be honest, I didn't much care for the dice or Gwent. I don't remember there being Gwent in that game at all. I have it. It's not like installed. Yeah. Freeze-dried minnows, crazy expensive. Actually, freeze-dried treats in general, regardless whether they're chicken, beef, pork, and whether they're an organ meat or not, doesn't matter. Freeze-dried treats, expensive as heck. And it's often for cuts that aren't even any good. Different cards. I don't remember there being cards in The Witcher. Could it be because I play PC? Could there be a difference between PC and console? So I don't remember there being cards in the original Witcher. I think I owned the Witcher game, like, first 3 Witchers twice. And then Witcher 3 times. The first 2 twice, and then Witcher 3 times. God, what is it? What did they call those in the old JRPGs? Started with a B. I'm not gonna say that I'm against them because I'm actually ambivalent. I could care less whether they leave them or keep them or remove them. It doesn't bother me at all. Actually, freeze drying doesn't really take all that long. Nah. It's all about the temperature. I forget, there was a channel that was doing that. I forget who it was though. But that's neither here nor there. I just think it's ridiculous because the cuts of food being used to make freeze-dried dog treats are junk cuts. Also, outside of our pets, who the F wants to eat liver? Or gizzards? Or chicken hearts? See, and I guess I just didn't think of them as pictures. To me, they seem more like portraits. I think that's why my brain didn't connect with what you were talking about. And that's just a difference in the way your brain works versus the way my brain works. I had some of them. I don't remember which ones. I would have to... Oh, I don't think I have those save files anymore. Because those were from my old PC. Because I played through The Witcher and The Witcher 2 during the first part of the pandemic, right after I'd been let go from Regis. And like that was all I played. That was the only thing. I played The Witcher, and then I played The Witcher 2, and then I started The Witcher 3, and I still have not finished The Witcher 3. I have all of the novels through Audible. And I 100% applaud Henry Cavill for his portrayal of Geralt. I am very mad that Netflix is replacing him. They basically told him, you do Geralt the way we want you to do it, which is they want to basically make fun of the novels. They don't want to follow what's going on in the novels. They don't want to do any of that. And I guess Henry, though he was trying so hard to work with them, ended up deciding that it was better to leave. I don't know how they're going to work that because Liam Hemsworth does not look like Henry Cavill. I mean, are they going to be like, "Wooshu, wooshu, you are now wearing a disguise permanently"? I don't remember absolutely everything because, of course, I was listening to it while I was doing other things. Because I can't concentrate on just one thing. Even right now, I'm doing other things. Like, I'm not like plastic surgery in the setting of Netflix. In the setting of the continent. I don't think so. A glamour is much more plausible, but those have to be reapplied. And one thing to note about Geralt is that he fucking hates magic being cast on him. He doesn't like teleportation. He doesn't like things like glamours. He would have the hardest fucking time with a glamour. Especially a permanent glamour. Could you see him? Like, inside, he would be going absolutely bonkers. By the end of the season, they'd be like, and Geralt offed himself. one thing I will definitely give the Netflix series 100% credit for is not translating Jaskier's name. And I know that Dandelion is not a proper translation. It's a localization. The better translation of Jaskier is Buttercup. See, and that's one of the things I need to really, really, really go back and read that. I wonder if they did that because they either thought she needed more intrigue or something. But like, even if she was just plain before her enchantments, fine. I mean, if they wanted to make her more interesting, they could have made her a lesbian. Or asexual. Or pansexual. Or fucking a mutant. Actually, that wouldn't work. Mutants can't cast magic. That's why the Witchers can't cast magic. They can do signs, which are kind of like magic, but not really. But then again, looking at Yen, or the actress that they got to play her, how do you make her look boring? I suppose if they didn't do her makeup, like just made her not shiny and just no mascara, no eyeliner, no makeup, let her hair hang as just the way she came into at the beginning of the day. I suppose things like that would have made her look more boring, because a lot of people see their favorite actors or their actresses after their makeup artist and their hairdresser have already been at them, and they've got their makeup is perfect and their skin is flawless until you get really close and everything is just so perfect. Oh my gosh. It's all artifice. Mostly artifice. They do have a good backbone to work from. One of my sisters used to say when I was younger that if I would just lose weight, I would be beautiful. And I could never take that to heart. So. That is true. I mean, they do a really good job of making Geralt dirty, but my understanding is that wasn't even the makeup artists. That was like the makeup artist would get done making up Henry Cavill, and he would then be like, I'm not dirty enough, and then go roll in the dirt until he was satisfied that he looked like he was dirty. Which is why he always looks like spot on dude who's been out in the woods for like 16 years hasn't gotten a proper shower except during the very wonderful bath scenes. I do like the two notable bath scenes from season 1 of The Witcher. Those were fun. I liked those. And all of a sudden, this entire like end of stream has turned into the dissecting The Witcher. Oh god, I don't want to go to bed, but I have to go to bed. Oh yeah? I mean, when you've got a scene where you're supposed to look fucking just gobsmacked, shitty, like you just rolled through you just came out of a fucking battle. Like, old school military, two armies running at each other, shields and swords and, well, bucklers and swords in hand, and you managed to survive. You're going to be absolutely slathered in blood and gore and dirt. And how do they come out of it in Hollywood? Their armor's shiny, there's not a smudge on them, there might be some blood on their sword. I'm just like, this doesn't look real. And yes, the sad thing is I am going to get off of stream here when I'm done. Or when we're done talking about all this. And I'm going to be like, I need to figure out what I want to use for the friggin' backdrop of the game. And I'm not going to figure it out. And I'm going to be up for an hour later than I should be. That's an impressive trick. And yeah, my norm. Also, I mean, way back in the day, I think they still sometimes do. They will use chocolate, like chocolate syrup, like Hershey's chocolate syrup, for drips of blood on skin. And I will tell you that, in my opinion, the chocolate syrup blood looks more realistic than the shitty corn syrup dyed red. Blood is opaque, not clear. I don't care how much red you put in that. Unless you're going to cloudy it up, I ain't believing it's real. Stop it. Which does mean I also have to give shit to my favorite vampire TV show, Forever Night, because they used Ribena for drinkable blood. And that's also not cloudy at all. It tastes pretty good, regardless of whether or not you water it down like you're supposed to. It's pretty good. If you don't water it down, do not drink a lot of it. Like, if you don't water it down, like, this much Ribena is a lot of calories, and two, super sweet. Yeah, but sometimes ghetto special effects are the best special effects. I would, in a lot of places, I would much rather see a practical shot as often and as much as possible over a computer generated shot, because one, it's harder to get your actors to show the emotion that they have to the fake animal. There is nothing scarier than that fucking T-Rex from Jurassic Park. The original Jurassic Park. That fucking... Apparently there were lots of horror stories from the set about that Tyrannosaurus. Holy fuck. Speaking of things that were low contrast and special effects tricks, in the Wizard of Oz, the actual film with Judy Garland, the ruby slippers are not red. They are, like, when they colorized it, they are. Because they did colorize it. It's not, like, even though it was in color, it wasn't in color the way it was now. They needed to figure out the right color shoe for the rhinestones on the shoes to show up and be red on when everything was said and done. And it turns out they were actually either, you could say, really dark garnet Like, I have... Do I have... That's not it. Like, this is a garnet. Right? Technically, it's a star garnet. If I had the right light, it would be red. I don't want to go to sleep. And that's closer to the way the ruby slippers looked in person. Which is funny because ruby is not red. Ruby is actually pink. So Klingons have ruby blood, but humans have more like garnet blood. I actually have a ruby around here somewhere too, but I'm not going to pull that one out because I'd have to look for it too hard. I was tired at work today. Yeah. And they did an amazing, they were a great set of shoes. They did look amazing on screen once everything is said and done. I forget what trickery they had to do to do it, but it turned out flippin' beautiful. And as much as I hate that Lunix is right, I need to get the F off stream so that I can go to bed, because otherwise I will be useless at work tomorrow. Which will make me even more useless by the time it's time to stream again. So, thank you, everybody. I can speak English. It's my first language. It's my only language, really. I hardly remember any of the other stuff that I learned. Anyways, thank you so very much for being here. I really appreciate it. Thanks for being a part of the pack. Thank you for being amazing supporters. I appreciate it. Sleep tight, don't let the Fae bite, and we will see you guys in the next stream. Good night.